Here we go, round number 1 of the Gamblers race. All right, can't run this race in the same database as our main event. Computer don't like that. So I'm gonna have to do the best from my memory, so this is gonna be hit and miss. I apologize. But I know these two. This is Travis Booth, left side, in the Mustang, dialed 856, going up against Thomas Hawley. Thomas Hawley, right side, 609 the dial for the Camaro. Your winner, Thomas Hawley. Next pair, that's going to be Ellis Booth and Andrew Lindemood. Booth, 747 the dial in. Left-hand side, Lindemood into 684. This is Illinois versus Alabama. The Fighting Illini and the Roll Tide. Booth goes double 08 red, as Lindemood is 11 and 2 above for the W. Boy, it was hard enough to follow Jared and JJ, but it's even harder when you don't have any information. I believe this is David Bell, left side, 633 the dial in. And right, I think that might be Ken Bankston, right side, in the Mopar, dialed 802. David Bell, double 03 red, hands the win over to Ken as he is green and 2 under for the W. Moving on to round number 2. S10 left side, 631 the dial in for the pick-em-up truck. Right hand side, that's Lauren Lockhart. 610 the dial in for her. Your winner, last pair, the S10, as he goes, or she goes, 26 and 6 above. At this time, I need the remaining 5 to lane 7 and 8. You'll have to mosey your way on through there, as we got Gamblers racers hanging out the backside, maybe. So, final 5, make your way to the staging lanes, please. Final 5 in the Saturday edition of the Triple 10. Chase Huffman and John Giel. Huffman goes red by 15, gives the win to John Giels. And let's see, this is Tim Pace. Left-hand side, taking it deep in the Cavalier, dial 1095. Red Chevelle, right-hand side, going to give chase, dial 613. Your winner, going to be the Chevelle, as they were almost identical off the starting line. Pace on the brakes, not sure if he gave it back, as the Chevelle gets there first by 34. Pace was 25 on the starting line, but was 4 above. Here's that Pinto wagon. Broke the rear end earlier. Must have found a gear. Got it back together, and here we are. And then right-hand side, we got Snake Blakey. Pinto's in a whole world of hurt. As Snake had the reaction time advantage by 80. Maybe that new gear in the Pinto did not leave like the old gear. Ran about the same. That'll bring up Dan Smith in that Chrysler out of Missouri down 558 left-hand side. He's going to give chase to the Monza right-hand side down 663. Don't think I have seen this Monza here all weekend long. This might be its first hit on the race surface right here in round number 1. Should be Dan Smith's race as he's got 60 to work with. Yes, 26, one above. Now he'll move on to round number dose. I need my 10K final 5. 10K final 5. Next pair pulling to the line. We got Brooks Stevens Jr. 646 to dial in for the Mach 1 left side. And Jeff Rydell, right side, 665 to dial in for the Nova. Just a little under 0.2 of a second head start going to the Nova for that Ford. That's right, Ford chasing them down. The Nova has a ton to work with. He's your winner, 007 and 8 above. All right, left-hand side, that's Hugh Cole in the Mustang down 755. Double nickel, 7 double nickel. Right-hand side, that's Wesley Lockhart, 706 to dial in right side. $15,000's going to Lockhart. He makes it work for him as he's 14, 2 above, take 14. As in the left-hand lane was 32, 1 above, and just could not get there. Mike Dyke Jr. left-hand side, and I believe this is Seth Phillips right side. In the truck, down 581. I guess they're both trucks. Georgia versus Virginia. Seth Phillips, 006, dead on with a 7 for a 13,000s package. As Dyke was 24 and 4 above in the runner-up spot. As 2 go down, 1 come back here at the Southern FootBrake Challenge Gamblers Race. Tyler Alexander, left-hand side, down 658. Chad Sandlin, right-hand lane, down 697. Chad Sandlin goes 1/10,000th red, 0001 red. as Tyler Alexander goes green and goes 3 above to motor on to the round number 2. And I believe this is Nick Kay, left-hand side, 6:59 the dial in for him. And he's going to go down with, I'm going to take a stab at this, David Wilson, right side, 6:73 the dial in. Those of you just tuning in, remember, I have no info on my screen. This is all from my noggin. Nick Kay absolutely tearing down the tree, double 05 and 3 above. As Wilson 47 and 2 above. Didn't get to see who was going down there. Oh, that was Chris Butcher, and I don't remember who was right side. Chris Butcher, 003, 5 above for the win. That brings up Billy Combs and Jeff Hayes. Billy, left-hand side, 6:20 the dial in the S10. Jeff Hayes, right hand, 6:87 the dial in. Billy just tore down the tree and took it with him. 009, he's your winner. 009 and 6 above. Taking 21. As Jeff Hayes was just a little tardy on the starting line and 2 above. Doyle K, left-hand side, out of Alabama, down 673. Oh, and I cannot for the life of me remember who this is on the right side, down 665. Well, I'll get the struggle again next round as Doyle K goes red by 10 fouls. That'll bring up Mark, I want to say shots, 937 left side. And Opie Pierce right side, 639 the dial in for the Vega. Going deep in the left lane. Out goes the pickup truck. Here comes the Vega. All right, your winner last pair was Opie Pierce. He makes up the reaction time advantage as Mark gets there first by 30, but breaks out by 11. All right. Nova versus Nova here. Different body style. Double 06 for AJ. Left-hand lane down 661. Wow. Gives it back. Wow. AJ Tigrit had him by a whole 10th on the starting line and gives it back by 12 thou. Ouch. This is a pick-em-up truck that I have not seen make a lap this weekend. Down 10-10 left side, and Adam Davis down 644 right side. Your winner, Adam Davis, 16 and all right. We are back. Gamblers racing. So this is Gamblers. Round number one, still trying to finish that. Round number one. Your final three. The bye car will be Matt Overpanic. He will have the bye to the final, where he will either meet Mr. Beard or John Long Jr. Matty O, you're sitting on the bye. Guaranteed a shot at that 10 grand. Won 10 grand last summer at the World FootBrake Challenge. Would like to double up and getting 10 grand here in Holly Springs at the Southern FootBrake Challenge. So we are working our way through round number one. We are still in round number one of the Saturday Night Gamblers. So once again, this is only round number one. Still got 3 left in our main event, and we will work them back in as we are keeping the track hot. Semifinals. Semifinals. Nitro Plate Triple Tens 1 and 2. Semifinals. Semifinals. To lanes 1 and 2, please. Semifinalist. Semifinalist. Semifinalist for the main event to lanes 1 and 2, please. Semi-finalists in Saturday's Nitro Plate Triple 10. 2 lanes 1 and 2, please. Matt Overtanic, John Long Jr., and Michael Beard. Lanes 1 and 2, please. This is only round number 1. We are still only running round number 1 of the Gamblers. You should not be in the staging lanes if you're anything other than round number 1. Round number 1 of the Gamblers is all that should be in the staging lanes, minus my final 3 in the main event. I have Michael Beard looking for John Long Jr. and Matty O. Matt Obertanic, I saw you come up. You can move over to the left. Take you up in lanes 1 and 2, please. John Long Jr., lane 1 and 2, please. So once again, if you're confused, this is only round number 1 of the Gamblers. If you won first round, you should be waiting at the trailer, as this is only round number 1. We are still running round number 1. If you won round number 1, you should be hanging out at the trailer, as we are finishing up round number 1. I got my semifinalists in the staging lanes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a golf cart in lanes 1 and 2, we need you to move it. If you got a golf cart in lanes 1 and 2, we need you to move it so we can get our semifinal round out and onto the racetrack. So if you have your golf cart up here in the staging lanes, lanes 1 and 2, if you can't move it, we need you to. Thank you, ladies and gents. Okay. If you're away from your computer online or you're away from the racetrack here live, we are just a couple pairs away from our semifinals here in the Nitro Plate Triple Tens, the Saturday main event. So don't go to the restroom, don't go grab another beverage from the cooler or the refrigerator if you're at home, because we're getting ready to run that semifinal. We're going to be one step closer to that second 10 grand winner today. $20,000 going out of the pockets of Steve and Jared today. And then we'll top it off with another 2 grand out of their pocket before we finish the evening. All right. We're going to pause the gamblers. Still running round number 1 of the gamblers. Over 100 cars in the gamblers race. So still running round number 1, but we're going to pause it. Just like my DVR at home, going to go ahead and pause it and go into the semifinals of the main event. Who's it going to be to come back and face Matt Obertanic? Will it be the Texas racer, John Long Jr.? Well, we're back to the round that never ends. Round number 1 of the gamblers race. .702 the dial in for the little pickup truck left side. I believe that might be a Roland in there. But once again, no names in the system for me. Got to go by my memory. And Dustin Avendet, right hand side, 610 the dial in. All right, got to send a shout out. Brian Hendrickson. Pro Zest. They're in Cincinnati, Hamilton, Ohio. Listening in on the live feed, blowing up my phone. Probably making his wife Sherry listen along. Watching some of this good foot brake action. Brian's good enough to do this. Just too chicken to come. And it's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, and Brian's texting me. That means either Edgewater rained out or he got beat by an AMC, one or the other. Those are the only 2 reasons he blows up my phone at this time on a Saturday night. So once again, the round that never ends, round number 1 of the Gamblers race. We are working our way through there. All right, let's have our finalists. Finalists in the 10K. To the staging lanes, please. Finalists in the 10K, we'll take you now. As believe it or not, we are almost done with round number 1 of the Gamblers. I didn't think it was possible, but we're going to get done with round number 1. Good thing is there's no buybacks. So we can 2 go down, 1 come back until we got a winner. Short standby, Gamblers, round number 2. Short standby, Gamblers, round number 2. Matty O and Michael Beard, your presence has been requested in the staging lane. We about to do this. Who's it gonna be here in the final of Saturday's $10,000 main event? Will it be Michael Beard from Ohio in the Super Stocker? Or will it be Matt Obertanic from Brackenridge, Pennsylvania in the AMC? Pick your poison. Both have gotten it done for 10 grand before. So either is a great pick, but somebody has to win. Somebody's going to get that exclusive interview. Well, they'll both get an interview, but somebody's going to be more happier than the other, as they're going to get that exclusive interview with Jared the Man Pennington in the winner's circle. Round two of the gamblers. Round two of the gamblers to the staging lanes, please. Round two of the gamblers to the staging lanes, please. Round two of the gamblers to the staging lanes, please. Yeah, that's right, Brian. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. I'll never be able to hit it like you do. But maybe I could do that, I like them French fried potatoes. I remember that from way back in the ET Finals day. I reckon. All right, this is round 2 of the Gamblers. If you are in round number 2 of the Gamblers, you should be in the staging lanes as we are working our way through that. Brian Olson, it's Alan Neff from good old Indiana. How are you tonight, Brian? All right, next pair pulling to the line. We got Nick K in that Chevy spliced out 650 left side. Gonna do battle with Andrew Lindemood. 681 the dial in for the GTO. Dial in change. We got a 686 right hand side. That's right, check your dial ins. Check your dial ins. Some of that dew setting in, some of that shoe polish not drying right. Very hard to see up here in the tower. Wow, 018 and 010 are the reaction times. Winner at the deep end, Nick K, 18-2 above, taking 9 little ones. That'll get it done as Lindemood 10 and 4 above in the runner-up spot. Pickup truck. He's going to do battle with Ken Bankston. Bankston in that Mopar down 799 right side. $20,000 separate him at the tree. Your winner, Chase Huffman, he had him by 20 at the starting line. Makes it work at the other end by 14,000. He'll move on to round number 3. All right, here we go. Next pair. I believe this is Mullins, is the last name left side. 6 flat the dial in. Racer X right hand side in the Camaro, dialed 662. All right, next pair, Doyle K and Snake Blakey. Doyle, 675 left side out of Alabama. Snake, 579 to dial in right side. Snake's in trouble as Doyle K, 20, 1 above, taking 18 for the W. He'll move on to round number 3. Lucas Walker. And I don't know, I can't remember. As I said, I don't have any names on my screen. But Lucas Walker, your winner, 11 dead 2 for a 13 thou package. As the other racer goes red by 005. That'll bring up Mad Max. Friday's main event runner-up, left side out of Frisco, Texas, down 624. Gonna do battle with that Chevelle, right side, 613 an aisle in. Max 007. He's your winner, 007, 3 above. And by 23, but breaks it out by 11. Would have had to take 12 thou or less. Next pair. Brian Day out of Texas, left side, 695 an aisle in on the pick-em-up truck. And Slick Rick, nope, that's Thomas Hawley. Hard to see in the dark which one's which. Thomas Hawley, right side, 609 an aisle in. All right, your winner, last pair, left-hand side. Oh, Brian Day, that's who it was. 35 and 1 above, as the racer in the right side was 32 and 2 above. Here we go with the next pair. 28 to an 09. Your winner, one of the Pauls. I don't know if that was Daryl or Danny. He was 009, dead on with a 1 for a 10 thou package, takes 6 thou. Wow, getting her done there. 28 and 11 thou under is the left lane. That's Phil Billy Combs, left side, out of DeMossville, Kentucky, in the S10, down 618 left side. And I cannot remember this gentleman's name. I know he's from Memphis, nearby, in that fast door slammer, or fast two-door pick-em-up truck, 589 the dial in. Bill will 10 to work with. He's your winner, 39, 3 above. As the racer on the right side gets there by 38, but breaks out by 11 thou. 27 thou or less, and the S10, the right side, would be your winner. All right, Rod Walter, left side in the Nova, down 650. And name has lost me. Right-hand side in the Chevy twice, down 651. Almost heads up here in round number 2. Rod Walter, something going wrong. Your winner, right lane. As Rod Walter had 6 Hun to work with at the starting line. But something going wrong, maybe no shift, because it was about that point that you should have been pulling second gear, and the car just fell on its face. All right, next pair, Jake Howard on the Trans Am out of Texas. $6.49 the dial in. He's going to do battle with John Giels in that big old Ford. Dialed 710 right side. Jake Howard just knocked the tree down. He's your winner. 15, one above, taking 5 little ones, as Giels was a little tardy, and 24,000's under. Paul Smith in that hard leaving, wheel standing, Malibu left side, 669 the dial in. Camaro right side, orange in color, 658 the dial in. Your winner, Camaro right side, 57 dead 4. As Paul Smith gets there first by 8 thou, but breaks out by 30 thou. Making up that 30 thou he was behind at the starting line. James Day left side, 634 the dial in. And Adam Davis right side in that Chevy twice, Thrasher Motorsports. 634 to a 644. Davis, 004. He's your winner, 004, one above, take 22. As Day was about 400 behind at the heart, or at the hit, and breaks out by 5 little bitties. This could be one of 2 drivers. It's Cameron Fulfer's car, so I'm going to go with him. Cameron Fulfer, left-hand lanes, dialed 660. Doing battle with Wesley Lockhart right side, 708 the dial. Lockhart with 40 to work with. No, gets there first by 50. Breaks out by 3/10,000ths of a second. Hands the win back to the left lane as they run one above. Ryan Gleghorn, left side, 667 the dial in. And Seth Phillips, right side, 580 the dial in the borrowed S10 or Sonoma. Seth got him by 50. He's your winner, 23 dead 9. As Gleghorn was a little tardy and 2 above. Billy Janicek, left lane in the Mustang, 648 the dial in. Oh boy. I think that might be a Cervantes, right side, 569 the dial. 19 to a 34. Your winner going to be Billy Janicek, 19, dead on with a 3. Final call, round number 2. Final call, round number 2 of the Gamblers. Final call, round 2 of the Gamblers. Next pair, Nick Kay and Benny Combs. Kay, left side, 648 the dial. Benny right side, 644 the dial. Benny Combs goes red by a bunch. Nick K, your winner, as he's 13 and lifts to go 2/10 above. Brian Cerruti out of Ohio, 653 the dial in on the Camaro. And Jeff Rydell, right side in that Nova, dialed 667. Your winner going to be Jeff Rydell, as he's 45. One above takes 6, gets it done. As Cerruti, 36, had him by 9 thou, but could not run the numbers. He was 3 above. 100 mile an hour. Brian might have checked out there or gave it back, as it was only 6 thou. David Bell and Chris Butcher. Bell left side in the Mustang, 633 the dial in. Butcher in that big old wagon, the hay hauler, 621 the dial. Identical 0:23 reaction times. Your winner, Chris Butcher, 23 dead 2 for a 25 thou package, take 2 thou. Wow, what a lap that was. As David Bell, 23 dead 4 and 2 thou behind. Ouch. Left side going to bring us Lucas Walker out of Mayfield, Kentucky, in that wheel standing Mustang. 575 the dial in. Oh boy, I can't remember what the name of the driver is on the right side, but the wagon right side, 713 the dial in. Want to say it's a Vassar in there as the last name. An 11 to a 24. Your winner, Lucas Walker, 11, 1 above, take 15. As the wagon, not shabby, 24, and also 14 thou above, but was behind by 13 thou at the hit. Opie Pierce out of Gulfport, Mississippi, left side, 636 to dial in on the Vega. He's going to do battle with Ronnie Dozier, 663 to dial in right side. 7 thou separate them. Your winner, Opie Pierce, was behind 7 thou at the starting line, but runs dead on with a 1 to get there by 5/10 thousandths of a second. As Dozier was ahead on the starting line by 7 thou, but runs dead on with a 9 to be behind by ever so little. Racer X left side, 670 to the dial in, and that's Drew Porsche in that pick-em-up truck right side, 639 the dial. Porsche had 50 to work with, makes it work for him, as he's 3 above, taking 40. I believe this is Larry Sagan. Left side in that Cavalier, down 591. Right side in that big old Mopar is Dustin Abendat. Abendat, 20 on the starting line. He's your winner. 20, one above, taking 30. As Larry was 29 thou behind and one above. S10 left side, 6:33 to dial in, and Andrew Lindemood right side. S10 goes red. Lindemood, your winner, 37 and 7 under. Lindemood going to have to dial her down. I believe we are winding down in what has been round 2 of the Gamblers Race here Saturday night at Holly Springs Motorsports and the Southern FootBrake Challenge. Left lane going to bring us Wesley Lockhart. Lockhart into the 707. Right side going to bring us Chad Sandlin out of Texas in the little pickup truck down 697. Sandlin went deep on Thursday night in the Gamblers Race. Made it to the semifinals. Lockhart 12 thou behind as Sandlin has the advantage. He's your winner, 25, dead on with a 5, 30 thou pack, which was better than the 37 of Lockhart. And this is your bye car. This is your bye car in round number 2, Clint Dishman in the Vega, 593 the dial. Dishman 28 and 3 under. Car number 206, you have the wait and see bye run. Car number 206, you have the wait and see bye run. First pair going to be Lucas Walker and one of the Pauls. I don't know if that's Daryl or Danny. Lucas Walker absolutely destroying it. He's your winner, 009 and 3 above, taking 10 thou. As Paul was a little late, dead on with an egg. That'll bring up Nick Kay out of Alabama, 648 the dial in left side. Gonna do battle with Seth Phillips. I broke my car every time I staged it. Poor guy has had bad luck in his hot rod, but still in the Gamblers in the borrowed hot rod. A great driver from Virginia. .005 to a 004. Wow. Holy cow. Nick Kay, 005, dead on with an egg. 5 thou package as Seth Phillips, 004, one above and in the way. That's Dan Smith, left side, 5:58 to dial in. Dan Smith will move on in the LeBaron. He goes one above. His reaction time was the same as his dial in. He'll have to tune that up for round number 4. Ryan Day, left side. Racer X, right side, goes red by 25. Day, 19. Dead 7. Moving on to the next round. That brings up Phil Billy Combs, left side, 620 in the 620 to dial in. Right hand side, that beautiful white Chevy twice, I believe. 651 to dial in, right side. Phil Billy Combs, your winner, as he's 14, 4 above. As Racer in the right side was 26 and 3 above in the runner-up spot. Chase Huffman, 002. And a bunch under, as the Racer on the right side was 5 thou red and also a bunch under. Next pair, Billy Janicek in the Mustang, 648 to dial in. Andrew Lindemood, right side, 684 to dial. Double 07 for Billy. He's your winner. 007, one above. Take 28. As his package was better than Lindemood's reaction time. As Lindemood goes dead on with a 3. Chris Butcher out of Kentucky in that big old wagon. The hay hauler. He delivers them all them horse tracks there in Kentucky. Horse racing. The big one coming up next weekend, the Derby. 621 to dial in for Butcher. Opie Pierce, 636 to dial in, right side. Opie Pierce, your winner. As Butcher goes 007 red. Next pair, Doyle K and Dustin Abindet. Doyle going to get the head start as he's down 675 to Dustin 611. 22 to a 14. Your winner going to be Dustin Avendet, 14 and 1 above, take 4 little ones. As Doyle K, 22 and 1 above for a 32 thou pack. But he was 4 thou behind. Not sure the name, left side, if that's Mullins or Cervantes. 6 flat to dial in left side, and that's Drew Porsche right side, 639 to dial. Porsche 003. He's your winner, 003, 1 above. He's going to move on to round number next. As a racer in the left side, dead on. Cameron Fulfer, left side, 660 the dial in on the Nova. 647 the dial in right side for Jake Howard. Four thou difference. Somebody already pedaling. Wow. Cameron Fulfer, your winner, as he's 34 and under by 8 thou, taking 1 thou. As he's the lesser of the 2 breakouts, as Jake Howard breaks out by 11 thou. All right. Something going wrong with the Vega. Of Dishman, 592 the dial. Not sure what went wrong. And Mad Max right side, 625, going to get the single, the competition single. Mad Max, 008, and a little bit under. Jeff Rydell, left side, in the Nova, 667 the dial in, and he'll be going up against Chad Sandlin. Chad Sandlin, 696 to dial in right side, in the pick-em-up truck. Here we go. Wow. 001 to an 019. Somebody wanted bragging rights. Wow. 10 thou pack for Jeff Rydell. 001 dead on with a 9. Right hand side was 19 dead on with a 7. And was waving at Jeff as he took the stride. Ouch. Next pair, Nick K, 648 to dial in left side. in the Chevy twice, out of Alabama. 6:48 to dial in. And Lucas Walker out of Mayfield, Kentucky, right side, in the Mustang, down 576. Here we go. Wow, this is nasty, folks. 006 separate them. Somebody's whomping. Lucas Walker, 11, dead 8 for a 19 thou package. As, oh my goodness, as Nick K was 17, dead 6, and 3 thou behind. Wow, nasty. And this is your bi-car in round number 3 of the Gamblers. Adam Davis, 6:45 to dial in. Davis goes 4 10,000ths red on his buy run and 7 thou under the dial in. All right, here's my round of 15. Lucas Walker, left side, in the Mustang, the wheel standing Mustang out of Mayfield, Kentucky. Drove through it on my way down, made a wrong turn, ended up in town, had to turn around and get out of there before Lucas found me. 576 to dial in. And Opie Pierce out of Gulfport, Mississippi, right side, 634 to dial in. 13 thou, favor of Lucas. He's your winner, double breakout. Lucas gets there first by 2 thou, breaks out by 5 itty bitties, and lesser of the 2 breakouts as Opie goes under by 16 itty bitties. And next pair, Brian Day, left side, in the S10, 694 the dial in, and Mad Max, runnered up the 10 grander earlier today, the Friday edition delayed to Saturday. Max, 623 the dial in, right side. Identical reaction times. Mad Max, your winner, dead on with a 1. As Brian Day gets there first by 006, but breaks out by 005. And there's some little 10,000ths there. He would have had to take 0008 to get her done. Nobody does that on purpose. Chase Huffman, left side, in the S-Dime, 699 the dial in. Adam Davis, right side, in that Chevy twice, 645 the dial. Half a second head start, 1 bulb on the Christmas tree. Head start going to go to Chase Huffman. Chase Huffman is red. Adam Davis, 33 and 11 thou under. He's moving on to the round of 8. Dan Smith out of Missouri, left side, in the LeBaron, 558 the dial in. Dustin Avendet, 6'11" in the Mopar right side. 04019. Wow. 004, dead on with an 8. 12th out pack for Dan Smith, which was better than the 19 of Dustin, and 1 thou under. Wow, what a great race those two gentlemen just had. Billy Janasek, left side in the Mustang, 648 the dial in, going up against Boots. Drew Porcher in the S-Time, right side, 639 the dial. Porcher goes red by 18 thou. Gives the win to Billy Janasek. Phil Combs, left side in the S-Dime, 620 the dial in, out of DeMossville, Kentucky. And Cameron Fulfer, right side in that Nova, 659 the dial. Phil Billy Combs, 009 red. Cameron Fulfer, 24 and 3 under, as Phil Billy breaks out also by 16 thou on the red light. Next pair, Nick Kay, left side. Chevy twice, 647 the dial in. Right side, that's Lucas Walker, 575 the dial in the Mustang. Wow, identical 0-10 reaction times. Your winner, Lucas Walker, 10, 15 thou above, take 3 thou. As Nicholas K, 10 and 19 thou above, 3 thou behind. And your bi-car in the round of 15, Jeff Rydell in the Nova, 667 the dial in. Jeff, 015, goes ahead and lifts his right foot off the pedal. I know, I feel like I have hurt the feelings of all the Jed Nation fans, but whew, Princess Jed. It should be Princess Jed Nation. I might start that trend. Princess Jed Nation. Oh my goodness. What a trip that was. Thank goodness for everyone involved, including me. I hear engines fired. So we're going to run this quarterfinal round. Lucas Walker left side, Mad Max right side. Lucas 16, Max 31. Wow, what a lap. 16, 19 thou above, taking 3 thou, as Mad Max was 31, dead 7. Next pair, Adam Davis and Jeff Rydell. My memory. Adam Davis, left side, 6:45. It has been a long day, and I am tripping over my tongue. Jeff Rydell, right side, 6:65 the dial. Wow, this is turning into a bloodbath. 24 to an 18. Your winner, Jeff Rydell, 18 and 15 thou above, as Davis gets there first by 17, but breaks out by 8 thou. Oh, wow. Stites pulling out something. Rydell, 665 at 94. He bailed out. I didn't think Davis would take 17 by choice. Here we go. Dan Smith and Billy Janicek, and the bloodbath continues. 20 to 26. Your winner, Dan Smith, 20, dead 6 for a 26 thou package, which matches. All right, this is your final pair in quarterfinals of the Gamblers race, as Lucas Walker, left side, out of Mayfield, Kentucky, 575 the dial in. Gonna do battle with Cameron Fulfer in the Nova, right side, down 657. Wow, there's a reason why Lucas Walker is still double 04 for Walker and 1 above. Wow. Cameron Fulford didn't even have a chance, as he was 34 dead on with a 2, and watching Lucas drive by. All right, here's your first pair in the semifinals. Lucas Walker in the Mustang, left side, 575 the dial in. His challenger, Jeff Rydell, in the Nova, 665 the dial in. Almost just 9/10 of a second head start going to the Nova before the Mustang lets loose and tries to track him down. Lucas Walker tearing it down. He's your winner, 005 and 3 above, taking 3 thou, ripping it, as Rydell, 30. All right, here we go. Semifinals, Lucas Walker and Dan Smith. Walker dialing it up to a 77. Trans temp is off the gauge, says boiling. That's okay, he's going to stage it up anyway. 577 the dial in. Dan Smith, right side in the Mopar, the LeBaron, out of Missouri, 558 the dial in. And it's over. Lucas Walker, your winner and runner-up, as Dan Smith goes 005 red and Lucas Walker is 21 and 12 thousandths over or under. And that's a wrap, as Lucas Walker will run himself in the final. He is your $2,000 winner and your $500 runner-up here at the BTE Southern FootBrake Challenge. And your Saturday Night Gambler winner, Lucas Walker, congratulations. We're going to have that exclusive interview in the winner's circle. And after that, it'll be good night. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks for listening. And it's over. Lucas Walker, your winner and runner-up, as Dan Smith goes 005 red, and Lucas Walker is 21 and 12 thousandths over or under. And that's a wrap, as Lucas Walker will run himself in the final. He is your $2,000 winner and your $500 runner-up